Hi everybody. Today we're going to make a paper lotus flower and connect it to some of the main teachings and beliefs of Buddhism. This should be set up for a standard 60-minute class period. In the background you can see that I am of course showing the different utensils needed for today's activity. There are 4 sheets of green paper and 8 sheets of pink paper and then 2 smaller sheets of yellow paper. The standard size you're going to use for this particular activity is a 3" by 6" piece. You also will need a twist tie, as you can see right here, and then also a nice pair of scissors, and also a writing utensil. So if all of your students have that, we should be good to go. A few things, sometimes students end up getting a little confused with folding paper, so try and reference, of course, the hot dog hamburger style folding. Many of them learned in elementary school. Here you fold the leaf section of our flower. You're going to fold it first just in half, and again I highly recommend showing this to your class, and then you can pause at various moments and they can catch up. Fold it similar to maybe a paper airplane. You're going to fold the 2 ends like so, and then you're going to turn the paper around and do the other side exactly like you did the first. Alright. Now we have a piece of paper that looks like this, and you are going to then fold the 2 sides into the center. Now the green and the pink are going to be slightly different, but we'll get to that in just a moment. This particular green piece of paper is going to be a leaf, so we fold it down and we don't have any edges or anything flipping out. So that's going to be your base, and you're going to do that with all 4 of the green pieces of paper. Now here we're going to start one of our petals. And again, we start with the exact same piece of paper, and the initial folds are actually all the same. So we, again, start folding it hamburger style, hot dog style, and then we open it back up. We're going to fold everything back into the middle like so, and then we should be all set after that. Alright, and as we fold the center in here, you're going to see that we're going to have the big difference between what a leaf paper and what a petal paper is going to be. It all goes around the center fold, where the leaf we folded and kind of closed everything. In this one we actually reverse the center fold and leave it open. Now I'll refer to this particular look later on as a canoe, and there is an important aspect in that regard right there. But next we're going to take a look, and we're going to fast forward a little bit. I have folded all of the other papers, and you'll see them coming up shortly after we finish this yellow one. The yellow one you simply fold in half and you are all set. Do that with both the yellow ones, and then you're ready to move on. Now we've folded all of them here, and you can see that we have my 4 green pieces, my 8 pink pieces, and then my 2 yellow pieces that I just moved off to the side. On the pink pieces we're going to try and write some information. Now on the left side of your screen you can see the words that you should be writing on the pink pieces that will form your petals. And now also notice that I have folded the pink paper over so you can see on the outside. And you want to keep the writing off to the top edge there. Use the 8 words that were on the left of your screen and write those on top of 4 of the pink petals. Also, you see the list of green words. Write all of the green words on the leaf sides. And then finally you can see here I have finally folded them, I've written on them, and we should be good to begin assembling our actual lotus. Now, this is a common classroom mistake. This is what I explain as the canoe. You have to build bundles of your leaf on the bottom and then 2 petal papers on top of them. Now, what I always tell them is, if you see here, it goes, this is an inside the canoe mistake. Placing the second leaf inside the first leaf is going to lead to some problems later on, so you actually want to make sure you avoid that. So what I always tell the students is go outside the canoe, not in. So if you put your paper outside the flaps, you'll prevent a future problem and have to deconstruct the whole thing. So make sure the students do that. Now here, we've taken and we've assembled our 4 bundles. we have lined them up. You can see I alternated between a pink and a yellow, pink, yellow. Each of them has 3 different ones, a green on the bottom, and then 2 petals, and then the yellow on top for 2 of them. Now, also notice I am pinching that center section fairly tight. You want to make sure you keep these things fairly tight there in the center. You're going to grab your twist tie, and you are going to make sure everything is even. You're going to make sure everything is tight. Here I even fold my first outside petal and leaf assembly up, and we make sure that we are in fact right in the middle. So I have everything where I need it to be. Now I can twist this thing together, and I can begin to start forming my petals. Now before we actually start folding the petals up, we want to spread everything out and make sure you have ease of working on it. Now here we start with the stamen and the pistil, of course, in the center of the flower. We're going to take it, place your thumbs on the top, and just kind of roll it up. And with the other ones, you want to get them almost all the way to the center. Now you can see there, I'm moving some of the other petals out of the way. Do not be afraid to be kind of rough with this thing. Normally they will hold up all right. So again here, we're just rearranging the paper, and we are all set to move on. So now we're going to fast forward, and we're going to show you how to make your first interior petals. So here you can see that the yellow paper has all been pulled up. Now place your 2 thumbs near the bottom of that V, and then just push up and form your first set of inner petals. Now once you form the first one, you want to skip the one next to it and move on. So you're going to go every other one forming your inside petals. Now here you can see my 4 inside petals, and I'm starting to make my second layer. The second layer is the ones that I skipped before. You place your thumbs in the center there, and you just push up. Now from this point, you're going to alternate every other one, as I'm doing right here, and you're going to see that it's beginning to make 2 different layers of petals, inside and outside. You can also start to see that your writing that you put on the outside of the petals is starting to show up again. Alright, now we've made the first 2 layers. Now it's time for that final outside layer, and for this one, right about at the widest part of the pink petal, you're just going to fold it up really briefly, and that's going to leave your green leaf section exposed. You simply go around your flower, pop up every single one, and you'll begin to see your flower start to take shape. Alright, we're going to fast forward again a little bit right here. So we've got about half of them done. We're going to keep going around. Now here we have everything formed. You can see I still have a lot of that yellow paper sticking out of the center. And we are to the leaves. Now the leaves are a little trickier. You almost just need to flatten them out and just curl up the very, very outside edge. Yeah, just like that. And then if you fast forward, you can see now I have something that looks like a lotus flower. And I've seen students hang on to these even well after they graduate. So they seem to enjoy it. I think it's a great way that you can incorporate some hands-on activities with some of the teachings and vocabulary associated with Buddhism. Until next time, guys. Thanks.